This is a Frank podcast.
This Warriors Life Podcast 2026, episode 15. Welcome to another episode of Teamless Tuesday live. Will, Brad and Fonzie, another win in the bank. Brought to you by Kingz Container Crew, the greatest container crew outfit on the planet. Throughout Australia and New Zealand, head to kingscontainercrew.com for all your container packing and unpacking solutions. All the Work With Us tab to get a job with those guys. You can see my outstanding KCC kit in behind me there hanging up. It's a bit warm here with the fire cranking, so didn't want to. It's so fleecy, isn't it, Brad? You don't want to get
so fleecy.
Yeah,
so fleecy. Nah, it's an outdoors jersey, definitely.
Yeah, and just on Kingz, happy birthday on Sunday, was it, to Tom from Kingz Container Crew. Hope you had a good one, man. Celebrating that win. Good, always good to get a Warriors win near or on your birthday, so good stuff. And PlaceMakers as well, proud supporters of the podcast. We'll have a PlaceMakers Warriors legend for you later in the show. But they're New Zealand's experts in the trade since 1981, greatest trade range in the country. You've got a bit of a Placey's yarn later on, don't you, Brad?
Yeah, I found myself you're talking legends of league. I'm gonna go bloody down to earth, just a bloke, absolute legends that I spy in Placey. So I got a little yarn from a legend, PlaceMakers legend this morning. So yeah,
nice. We'll bring that up later.
Yeah, no, good shit.
And they're the know-how can-do people, Brad. So
I was just about to say. That the intro song, dun, 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 dun. The other week I was wanting the PlaceMakers whistle. Could you put half and half of our intro song and the PlaceMakers whistle on a CD? Yeah. I'm getting a set together. So I want a couple of tunes.
You got about 9 seconds of if you combine those two together, but yeah.
You got to start somewhere, Will. You got to start. What about our little Australian friend, Fonzie? How are you, brother?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm just sitting back. Pleased I'm not a Dragons fan right now. That's
how is your mate? Dino must be absolutely curling up in a ball.
Dino's not happy. Yeah, Dino's not very happy. Poor bastard. Anyway,
what a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez whiz. It's like they hadn't thought about sacking him until 10 minutes after the game. It's the first time they thought it and then just done it straight away with no idea what the next step is.
Yeah, didn't even have an interim coach. I just think that's beautiful. You don't even.
They called training off. They told them not to come into training on Tuesday or whatever.
No one to run it.
Literally, Jesus. It's literally like shutting the worker at your shop and then like not having any backup. So you just close the shop for a bit. And just
deal with a couple of days.
Oh man! Anyway.
Welcome to everyone that's joining live, dropping your comments, questions, lavish praise, that kind of thing. Please. Now, another win, boys, 28-20. I think everyone felt a little underwhelmed after a bit of a second half fade out. I did rewatch the highlights and felt a bit better about it. I mean, we're 28-4 up still with 12 minutes to go. A couple of cheap tries, a couple of jammy ones from Bomb, bit of a fluky tip on. It was, pretty satisfied with that one in the end. Dominant first half and just did what they needed to do done after that the intensity of the Melbourne win. I think just getting the result was more than good enough for me.
Oh, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, Oh, sorry. You go first there, Fonz.
No, I was going to say, I was really happy with the first 60 odd minutes. And yeah, you don't like to see a team put the queue in the rack and let someone come back into it. But we definitely put the queue in the rack. I mean, Webster substituted a few players. That sends a signal to the rest of the team. We've probably got a few young blokes who aren't quite hard-edged enough to just keep the foot to the throat. But yeah, no, that didn't worry me at all, actually. I thought this was every bit as good as the Melbourne game, to be honest, based on that first 50, 60 minutes.
I enjoyed it because people were nervous about whether they could bring that intensity again back up from that Melbourne game. But they did for another 60 minutes, 40 to 60 minutes in that game before they started sort of petering out. The boys had done a shift of footy. I was happy. They were never going to catch us. I never felt in danger of losing. So, yeah, whilst it wasn't as good to watch as that first half, yeah, I'd far out. Happy as with that 2 points.
Couple of comments here, boys. Any truth to the rumours CHT is injured? I hadn't heard that one. Hopefully not. He is on fire. He obviously came off a bit late, but that was, seemed like more of a rest than anything. And we'll get to this question as well. I assume Pompey straight back in, bit of a talking point. So we'll come to that a bit later or heading into Teamless Tuesday. But geez, what a few of the standouts, a few of the key points, boys. What are you taking away from that one? Mostly, maybe from an individual perspective.
Yeah,
Brad,
you go. Yeah.
Oh, just to glaze over with my simple mindset, I do love this pairing of those two wingers at the moment. So mobile, so flighty, dangerous both sides, and our centre pairings seem to be working real good with them. It's been a long time I've been happy with the outside backs at the Warriors, and I'm really happy with how they sit at the moment, and that which will play into that answering that Pompey question later on. What about you, Fonzie? What's your main take?
Oh, mate, I mean, we won it through the middle, like we've won all our games. I can see Simon Johnson there had a comment you put up, Will, that there was a hell of a wind down there. So it was a dry track, wasn't it? But windy, which throws you off your rhythm a bit, and winning the middle becomes key. And our forwards were immense. It's not bad when you're taking fish off and putting Barnett on. It's not a bad little
Barney looked good, didn't he?
Yeah, they all look good through the middle. And as always, when you win the middle, they have to compress their D, which opens up their edges. And on the other hand, if you're holding them easy in the middle, your D can stay, on man, and that makes it easier for you. So, I mean, that was the guts of it. I thought, unlike the Storm, our edge attack was in good ball was a bit better. So this time we actually had, nice ball going to those wingers, and we were scoring fancy beautiful tries. Yeah, 3 beautiful winger tries and a nice little forward run around. Whereas against the Storm, it was all drop ball or barge over stuff. So this seemed a bit more cohesive, which was good to see. I think probably that's something. I think the Storm's a better team than the Titans, so that had something to do with it. But I also think the run did the halves good with that backline as well. I thought until that last 20 minutes, the defence was very solid on the edges, so that you could have some confidence going in with that centre and winger pairing. I think we still got a few things we can talk about on where we can improve or how we deal with selections. But basically, that was more of the blueprint for this team going forward, I think. It was,
sorry to interrupt. Does Fonzie's audio come through a little crackly for you, Brad? Does it need
I
to give
didn't want
that
to say anything. I didn't want to be
give that aux cord a bit of a jiggle there, Fonz?
Yeah, we'll do, mate. Sorry, boys.
You're good.
Just on the Kingz Container Crew player ratings.
Have we just lost them completely now? Jeez,
he's packed the sack.
Is that him getting the sack? Holy shit, you are ruthless, man. It was just as aux cord, Will.
We expect a certain level of professionalism here on the podcast, and
if you can't bring in a quality aux cord, you are
while Fonz is sorting out those technical difficulties, we'll have a little look at some Kingz Container Crew player ratings action. Now we had where is it? Oh man,
because I really like this Kingz Container Crew. It helps me remember what actually happened, because 2 days away, 4 days away now.
Yeah, we got the.
Who were the high scorers anyway? While you're trying to get that up there. Oh, here we go.
Well, here's one right now. Yeah, Jackson Ford, TWL MVP, another 80 minutes, 200 and here's Fonzie, 233 meters, 48 tackles, 5 tackle breaks, just incredible. We've got a comment here. What's the chances of Jacko playing Origin? I think he's gone from smoky to likely to near certainty with Payne Haas dropping out with injury. He's just too good to leave out.
I know, but the way I hear of some pundits in Aussie talk about him, bring him on and da-da-da. They need to use him like Jacko forward likes to be used. He needs to be put out there and left out there, not as a bench forward. He's not going to do what they want him to do off a bench for New South Wales. He needs to be starting and playing a long stint out there for him to. He's not a strike player, front rower.
No, I think his style suits it though, because he gets so stuck in, and we've seen New South Wales pick some, kind of flashy props or guys probably a bit of a hit, too early for Tukamanu, Max King last year. That don't really, deliver. They put up pretty shit numbers, and Jacko will just get out there and go hard. He only knows one way.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. That's that Max King comment. You did right. They pick some odd ones there anyway. He's got to get in there, doesn't he? Geez, imagine we lose him and Mitch. If Mitch gets a good little... When is the first Origin? So they're yapping about it. So how many weeks away?
Only a few rounds away, I think. Yeah, maybe round 11 might be the last round before teams are picked. So, keep doing what he's doing. Haas is definitely out. I think he's near certainty for me. Definitely in the 19.
And what about Barnett? If he can get 4 games in, are they going to look at him as well?
Yeah, I mean, well, just on Barnett, Brad, he got our Kingz container crew king size effort of the. I don't know what's going on with Fonzie there. He's
it's got out of it in the corner there. It's like he's left his phone on in his pocket. Oh, no, we're battling out there. Anyway, back to what we're...
Yeah, Mitch Barnett, King's container crew, king size performance of the week. I thought he was outstanding off the bench. 17 runs, 161 meters, 22 tackles in his 45 minutes. And those 1%ers when he dived on that loose ball out of nowhere. He's aggressive. I even kind of liked it when he shoved someone over the dead ball line and conceded a penalty. He's just a mongrel. Gives us, just more of an edge than we've already got in an outstanding middle rotation. And loved what he did. I think he'll get picked for the Blues as long as he can stay fit. Come back early from broken thumb, strapped up to the nines as you can see there. And I loved his work.
He came back with some awesome aggression because even when he came back, what round did he come back before he broke his thumb? Was it one
round,
game?
Round 3 in Newcastle. He was superb. And
there wasn't the impact I was sort of hoping for, but whereas this one, it was like, that's the Mitch I love. Like the Newcastle one, I didn't see as much, but he was fired up and fizz for this one. Yeah. He probably knows. He's the type of dude that knows he's only got X amount of games left for this club, and he wants to leave everything on that field for them. Yeah, it's a shame. How's Fonzie going? What's the latest on Fonzie? He's in and out, and he's
we'll see. We'll keep vamping while he's still struggling away there. Now, we've seen a couple of comments here. The Mole reporting CHT's out for 10 to 12 weeks with a stress fracture in his foot. That has ruined my fucking day, if that's the case. That is brutal. And, obviously...
That's not good news.
Nah, he's my silver bullet for the Warriors this year. I really think that he's close to, top 2 or 3 most vital players in this push.
Last couple of weeks, he has grown another leg. Oh, that would be a shame. That would be, I hope you're wrong, Moldy. Start the conversation. Is that Hansen? Come on, what do we do here?
Yeah, I guess it's Hansen with Metcalf still out, so we'll see what happens there. You're bang on about that 3/4 line, Brad. I absolutely loved it. Leotawa, obviously love to see him get a bit more involved, but the way that he can just smash a line open, great try assist for Dallin and some big hits too. He's making some good decisions in defense, and he's such a big boy. He's almost Latrell-like that you steer your attack away from there because
and
because he's intimidating.
One thing with the Warriors team these days that are too few and far between is that 70-meter line break. And he got one of them in the week. It was the first time I'd see he bust through the line about 20 meters out and got to their 20. It was isn't that awesome riding one of those boys down the sideline? And I don't think we see that often enough. He probably missed some easy tackles, but he was pretty solid in few tackles.
Yeah, monster a couple of blokes.
Yeah,
a bit more involved.
It's just a nice balance for their skill level to then just biff it to these quick dudes that know how to put it down in the tightest of corners outside them.
Roger looking really good at left centre. Big meters again. Love a centre that can rack up those meters. And Lofikan Pereira, he is loving it. I know it was against his old club, but he's got some passion for this this jersey already, and a great finisher too, especially the second one. What a finish that was, having guys on both wings that can score tries like that. I just saw today that his dad's he's born in northern New South Wales, but his dad's got Māori heritage, Māori and Samoan. So I think there's a bit of an affinity with with the region, with the club. And he was absolutely loving it. His first game at Mount Smart in the NRL. I sort of saw signs of it. New South Wales Cup is, all fired up. So, love Loff. I'm a big Loffy fan. Someone with that strike rate, 55 tries in 56 games. Can't ignore that. And for me, I'll just see if Fonzie's back. For me, I can't justify bringing Pompey back into this team. He's coming off a career best season, but it was a good season by Pompey standards, not by NRL elite centre standards. And I'm really loving what we've got at the moment. Yeah,
that Cam Pereira, he looks sharp. It's just nice. I can't wait to see him actually. We get to visually see that first use of his speed, the bonus his speed brings to our team.
Yeah.
Just in a bit of open space and burning someone. We still haven't seen that, but no, I love that balance between the two centers and wingers at the moment. Fonzie, you bring in? Are you there, mate? What are you doing?
Yeah, boys, can you hear me? All right?
Yeah, that's clean.
Sounding better. Your logo's a little bit Sega Master System-ish, but other than that, you're sounding good.
Might be time for a new laptop, I reckon. It's just go to pull a cord out next minute, the whole thing's down. Sorry about that. So what I missed, Chanel's out, is he?
There's a fair bit of chat that it could be a stress fracture 10 weeks in his foot. So hopefully that's wrong, but we'll see what happens in 12 minutes time or so. Bit of chat there. Yeah, Chance could go back to 6. Tane's back into the team.
Will was saying he wouldn't mind if Pompey's fit, just putting him into 5'8". What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. So if Chanel's out, I probably am going Chance into 6, I'll pick you to 1. And then that's not ideal. That's not ideal. We
lose so much, don't we, there? Far out.
And then did you talk about Pompey? Whether he's coming straight back?
Yeah, what would you do, Fonz? What do you think they'll do, and what would you do?
Well, I love what's been happening the last 2 weeks, but I reckon Loffy's got an Ed Cossey game in him, right? Like I reckon we've seen the best of Loffy the last couple of weeks, and it's only a matter of time before we get an Ed Cossey game out of him. So I'm not yet sold that. Loffy on left wing, Roger right, left centre is the right thing to do. So I'd be tempted to put Pompey back in, push Roger out, send Loffy back to Cup, let him spend a little bit more time learning the system. I don't know. What did you boys say?
Yeah, I'd definitely
we're both fans of Loffy.
Yeah, 55 tries, 56 NRL games is obviously all time. I don't think he's ever been as bad as Cossey. He's probably got a defensive frailties in him, but certainly no brain explosions of the Cossey variety. And I just think, the level that Rogers brought to centre compared to what and Pompey's got a Cossey game in him. If we're talking about Cossey games, he's produced one against the Tigers. before getting himself suspended. So he's sort of gone back to a bit of old school Pompey so far this season.
I'm just predicting if you leave Lockie there in the next 4 weeks, there'll be a game where he drops 3 bombs and we lose, and everyone wants to hang him. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, let's see. I suppose, but I wouldn't hate it if we kept him in. I wouldn't hate that at all. But I think he's played above himself the last 2 weeks. Is all I'm saying. I don't think we're going to get that every week.
How do you shift either of those centres at the moment, though?
Yeah.
I know you can talk about the wings and that, but how do you shift? It's easily the best display.
For me, a guy that's topped the competition for try scorer and playing for the Titans. I think that's And if Pompey was better, I'd be like, bring him back in. But for me, he's just not. I think it'll be a loyalty selection for me. But
I'd rather Pompey go to wing before they change any of those centres at the moment.
That's a good option,
to be honest.
Yeah,
Pompey played some good footy on the wing.
Yep, we've been crying about that since 2020, and he's barely played on the flank since outside Petahiku.
Was Petahiku still with us in 2020?
I think he was with us in 2021, maybe even 2022.
Jeez, I would have put him in like 2015, 2016. Wow.
Fonz, what did you make of Chance's return? I thought he was solid for the most part, but obviously that drop ball wasn't super flash, and he started to look a bit tuckered out towards the end, but just stable. What you expect from him?
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he was offering a similar level to what we've been getting from Tane last couple of weeks. Maybe to be honest, a bit more from Chance this week across the board. So I think he holds his spot unless there's an injury reshuffle. There's not a lot in it, right? Like, especially when you've got Boyd and CHT, I really don't think there's much in it. I'm pretty relaxed which way you go between Chance and Tane at the moment with those two. Be a different story, like I've said before, if it was Metcalf CHT, where I reckon Tane would just run Metcalf out of room in attack. But I was quite happy with the team as a whole. I mean, I thought the thing that's really noticeable is when Egan goes off, the brains of the team drop in half. Like, Healy just doesn't have the control and the brains around the ruck. And I don't think it's any coincidence that, we've seen that in a few different games this year. So I think that's something, we need to work on as we head towards finals. But we're in a good spot. The Pakistani Prince, eh?
Yeah, shout out to Di Henwood. He loves a good nickname.
I see he looks like an extra off of the Mummy, eh? Is that? I don't know. Is that? I'm not meaning that in any bad way.
Oh God, we're live, Brad. I can't cut that out.
He looks like he's got the eye. Remember when Ma Nonu used to run the eyeliner around his eyes? He's just got these capturing eyes. Can't in, but oh well.
No, exciting times. Good win. Anyone else standing out? Just wanted to say our live show on Saturday, debuting it with Joel Harrison. Wasn't he good, Brad?
Yeah, he was good.
Young fella.
It was nice having that little inside word. Being there entrenched in the Triple N walls. He's got the inside word, and he come out and just casually say, "Oh, Luke Keary was saying this the other day," and da-da-da. It was nice hearing those little thoughts as opposed to some dude in Ambley and a guy in Dunedin and some guy they found in Sydney having their opinion. It was nice having it from people that actually mean something, getting their comments. But it's going to continue, isn't it? I think the old game day. Try and find a guest.
This should soothe everyone. Joe Potter Butler, who's been an absolute mainstay in the paid subscriber live chat on game day. You got to get amongst it. It's a good time. CHT rumor bullshit. Someone on the forums sleuthed it out, and the article was a repost of a 2021 article.
Man.
So, yeah.
Gee,
that was scary 10 minutes.
There's been some bullshit the last couple of weeks, hasn't there? Like,
hasn't there? I got caught by one, Fonz, that Tino was spraying bloody Fisher Harris. Why do they put the effort in? Is it just to get that advertising thing in the corner? Yeah.
I don't know, mate. It's
we can stop panicking.
Come to blue chip sources like this for your news, boys. Don't go looking on social media and all that kind of thing.
Just look at the poor Dragons, what they've had to endure. The media just like all these wrong rumors about them. Poor buggers. They've lost their coach now. Poor Valentine's getting a hard time about his defense.
Yeah.
All through this AI, trickery.
Leading the competition in completion, boys, which is fantastic, but it's we're kind of used to that with the Webster, some would say conservative style, but they're pairing it with unprecedented point scoring as well. Second in the competition for points per game, but still completing. Errors was a major difference on Saturday. 13 Titans errors to our 6, and it's great to see when you can hold on to the ball, but you still got some attacking flair. It's a pretty lethal combination.
It's not even attacking flair, though, is it? We're grafting points in that, but we're scoring plenty of them at the moment. And I was wondering, it's been a pretty close comp. Have the rule changes? How much has the rule changes changed this competition this year? Like, it looks like an even competition, but is that because of what rules have changed? And if so, educate me a little bit if either of you two know why.
You're spot on, mate. Like, and we've been saying that since round 1, which is so. Like in past years, we've always been one of the better teams at possession completion. We can get down into opposition 20. We just haven't been able to convert, right? But now the ruck's just sped up that little bit. It's a bit like that Simpsons episode where Homer's fighting a boxer. And he basically just takes 100 hits to the head, and then the guy gets tired out, and then he just knocks him and he drops, right? With the fast ruck now, being a team that's good at completion, possession, field position, by the time you get down there, the other team's fucked. And you're going to score points. And so I don't actually think we're doing anything cleverer in attack than we were last year or the year before. All that's happened is the ruck sped up that much, the fatigue's in the opposition a little bit more, and the same structure is scoring points, And I think we're fitter than we've ever been and more cohesive than we've ever been. And in this game, if you do those two things, you're almost all the way to winning a game. That's what's happening. And I mean, the other thing though is I think our forwards, we now got that forward group. The experienced guys are in career best form, but the young guys are hitting their straps, right? So
we're not far behind.
Yeah, they're hitting their straps. So we're just in that beautiful, sweet crossover point, right? When you've got some real good old heads and some young fellas coming through, we've just hit that sweet spot where it's all coming together in the 1 year. And that's when good things happen, when you get that. And I think that's where we are. We're arguably the best pack in the comp at the moment, the way the rules are being played at the moment.
Are you touching on premiership window talk there? Has someone left a window unlocked?
I think this forward pack is good enough to carry you deep, and then it's a question of what else can you do? What else can you do, right? Yeah.
I'm sharing the ladder. Fonz is getting so fired up. Second on the ladder. Just one win behind the Panthers, equal with the Tigers, Rabbitohs, and Roosters, who all had a bye. We've got the Dolphins. Who have we got? The Dolphins and a very winnable game next up.
Eels,
after that. Eels. So and then our first bye. So it's a juicy opportunity for us to really cement ourselves in the top 4 and stay there to the end of the season. Jacko Ford leading.
It's a hell of a top 8, isn't it? Look, it's so skew. Like some of the that's why I'm with Fonzie for the first half of the season when it comes to this ladder, because that ain't the ladder we're going to look at in 8-10 weeks. I don't think that people are going to start falling away. The draw that some teams have had. Remember this time last year, the Bulldogs, weren't they top of the table? And then
we were sitting at Magic Round. Broncos were about 4th last and played like absolute rubbish. And we were sitting there going, like, how is this possible? And then they come back and win the comp. So it is early doors. But
are you going to Magic Round, Fonz?
Mate, I'm still recovering from last year's Magic Round. I don't think I don't.
It might be biannual now, eh?
I get a weird nervous tick whenever I think of Magic Round Thursdays. I think
Yeah, there was not one person from our crew, last year's crew, that even floated it as an actual possibility.
No one spoke of it.
It was a coming of age moment. It was like when I realised I'm old.
Oh.
You know, last year's Magic Round, I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. God. Yeah.
I remember when I was 16, I could smash a 30 gram of tobacco in 48 hours. No dramas. But I lost my voice within half that time. No thanks. How far are we off from team naming? Do you want to
We're on.
Everyone else has probably got it, but I don't. So let's. Oh no, here we go. Style, that's mine. I've got it.
You got it. Sweet. Yeah, sweet. Don't say anything. Let Will do his job.
Yeah, I'm very insecure, so just let me go. Right?
Is that the PlaceMakers whistle? Has he got a CD before me? Did you send one to Fonz before you sent one to me? Oh, he's whistling. What have we got, Fonz? What have you found?
So going through the team list. Tane Topiki back at fullback. Dallin and Alofi Khan Perez remain on the wings. Tuivasa Sheck and Ali Leitao stay in the centres. Chanel Harris Davida, that fake news was fake news. And
was it?
Tanner Boyd. Well, hopefully.
Let's
James Fisher Harris, Wade Egan, Jackson Ford, Lika Halasima, Kurt Capewell, and Aaron Clark in the pack. So no changes there. And the interchange is the same that ran out on Saturday. Sam Healy, Mitch Barnett, Dimitri Vaimalnga, Jacob Laban, Murata Nukorde, who was bumped on a late change to number 18. Luke Hansen still in that six-man rotation there. Reserves, Itamea Taiava, Adam Pompey, Micaiah Tafua, an interesting name in there. The young Linwood Kears hooker, who's doing a good job in New South Wales Cup last couple of years. Yeah, what do you make of that, boys? So no chance at all. So I'm guessing he's injured to not be in the squad whatsoever.
That's my preferred team. Looking at it 1 through to 17, that is my pick of who's available. So I'm a happy man. Will?
Yeah, very happy with that. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Warriors website, ruled out this week with a neck injury. So, flaring up again for poor old Chance. But gives Tane another opportunity. He's done a good job when he's come in. Chanel Harris Davida, assuming he does take the field, he is playing his 100th NRL game. So, great milestone for
he can't be in. If it's not either he's playing Friday or out for 10 weeks. Hey, like it's definitely not as bad as the injury suggests.
Maybe was Luke Hansen 19th man last week, Will?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a bit of confusion last week with Tanner Boyd apparently being in doubt, but then it sort of seemed to materialise that we're confused with Tanner Stowers-Smith, who was out injured. Andrew Webster seemed to know nothing about it. So yeah, but
he's playing for position now.
Yeah, and he could come back in a late change, obviously. Hopefully, well, for me, hopefully we don't see some big reshuffle, which pushes Loffy out and Roger out to the wing again. But obviously, a possibility. We rarely see Andrew Webster run with the same 17 names on Tuesday. So, yeah, this is a good point from B. Fulcher. Team, the Warriors website has the headline Harris Davida's 100th on Anzac Day. If there's any sort of doubt, I doubt that they're running that as their main headline.
Yeah. So a couple of things here. What time's this game?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock New Zealand time.
In Wellington.
So what's that?
Yeah.
In Wellington, yeah.
And the cup game is in Waikato in Hamilton.
Okay.
At 10 a.m. So you could shoot down from there. If you're on standby for that cup game, you could make that call in the morning, couldn't you? It's only, 4 or 5 hours from Hamilton, or 6-7 hours to Wellington?
Well, less of a flight.
Yeah. It's actually midday local time, Fon. So it's 10 a.m. Australian time. So
okay. Yeah.
Midday. So you would be really pushing it, but
You'd be pushing it because I reckon
And,
Tafua is going to get moved into that 14 spot, and Healy will play cup. I reckon this week is
to get him some game time.
Yeah, to get Healy 80 minutes, and
it's probably about time,
and to get Tafua some exposure to first grade, so that if Egan goes down, you can run a Healy Tafua combo. I reckon Pompey is going to come in, and that'll be a late change, but we'll see.
Is there a world where he comes in instead for Leotawa? Because Pompey has played a lot on. He has played a lot on both sides, so no problem there. But
I wouldn't have thought so. I reckon Pompey will come. I mean, who knows, right? Because we're in uncharted waters here. But I reckon Pompey comes in, Loffy goes out, Rog moves to the wing. Would be my guess, but we'll see.
I don't think Pompey's going anywhere. He's coming back from suspension, not injury. It's not as if they're trying to work out by game day that he's fit enough to come in. He's either fit or not. So I reckon Pompey's not playing.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to. Yeah, if anyone's sees him hanging out in Hamilton, that would ease my.
Any of Pompey's cousins listening? Come. Text in.
Simon Johnson's made an interesting point here. Every team that's gone close with Penrith has been pumped the next week. Well, only a couple of teams have gone close, and that was the Bulldogs, who lost to Parramatta the week later. Dolphins, took them to Golden Point in Darwin, and
worked their dicks off. Apparently, that's hard work.
Up in the tropics there too.
Like I've worked some. I'm a tradie, and I've put some good days in, and not once has my dick been close to falling off. So they're going to come in pretty cooked next week.
That is a big shift going out there to Darwin in the tropics, and then another, it's not that massive, but I guess another 3 or 4 hour flight, and playing us in Wellington could be So should we run through that Dolphins team, because obviously there's a lot of strike. Pretty up and down still.
Herbie Farmworth's the best. Jeez, he's almost the best player in the company.
Got some stats on him. So Tabuai Fida at fullback, Jermaine Asako and Selwyn Cobbo on the wings, Jake Averillo and Herbie Farmworth in the centres. Man, what a back five that is. Brad Schneider coming in for the suspended Cody Nikorima. Isaiah Katoa, one of the best young half-backs in the comp. It'd be a great battle, him and Tanner Boyd. And a forward pack, fair bit of rep experience there. Tom Gilbert, Max Plath at hooker with Jeremy Marshall-King still out. Francis Molo in the front row. Connie Lemielu, Kulakefu Finney Fuiaki, and Morgan Knowles, the Englishman in the back row. Yeah. Interchange Ray Stone, Tom Flegler, Felice Kalfusi, Trey Fuller in the 17. Lewis Simons and Tavita Nafahu on that 6-man bench. And not too much happening in that reserve list. Oren Kelly and amongst that, formidable team, have not really shown a hell of a lot this season. Certainly consistency. They're on a 3-match losing streak. Before that gallant effort against the Panthers, they had a bye, and before that they got absolutely shellacked by Kieran Foran's Manly juggernaut, 52-18, 13 plus loss to Brisbane. They had back-to-back wins over the Gold Coast and a big win at Cronulla in round 2 and 3. But leaking lots of points again. I just don't trust their consistency whatsoever. And off a tough game in Darwin, maybe they could be ripe for the picking in Wellington.
Yeah, that up and down. It's an interesting. Would those two in the halves have come through together as Penrith juniors?
I don't think Brad. Where is Brad Schneider actually? He was at the Raiders before. He debuted for the Raiders. I'm pretty sure.
Well, good.
It'll be they won't know each other.
They're a tough team, though, these Dolphins, aren't they? They're almost Gold Coasty as well. We've got Gold Coast twice in 2 weeks. I don't know if we can ever be confident coming against this lot.
Similar kind of vibe with the incredibly pacey back five. They hammer Every one of those guys is a length of the field threat. Speak about Herbie Farnworth, awesome. Brad. So he scored in each of his last 5 games against the Warriors, 2 doubles in amongst that run. Now this will terrify you. In just 18 minutes, you'll remember this probably. In 18 minutes during the club's last meeting, Farnworth scored a try, made 3 line breaks, in 129 meters before going off with a season-ending injury. He absolutely,
yeah, that's right,
absolutely destroyed Adam Pompey.
This is true.
Do you reckon that's why Webby's a bit gun shy to chuck him out there this week?
Yeah, maybe give it another week, Adam. And they ended up going on to win that game on the bell with Osako scoring in the dying seconds. It was a bit of a heartbreaker, but yeah, Farnworth.
He'd done all that in 18 minutes, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a player. He's a footy player.
Up against Leatawa, I believe. He's a left centre, isn't he, Farnworth? So that puts him, that's up against Leatawa, which could be a pretty tricky matchup.
What Warriors are working for us to nullify his involvement in the game? Second rowers out that side. Is that who we got out? Is it Lecker or is it Capewell trying to tidy up?
Trying to. Who was on that side? Did Capewell come back? I'm just trying to.
Isn't it good seeing Capewell back there, boys?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah. Gives us a bit more stability. How about that? Just on Lecker, how about one of the Dally M judges giving Lecker 3 votes? I mean, come on.
Are these boys just sitting at home drinking whiskey on ice, just absolutely legless? Oh, shit, I forgot to put my votes in. I'll put them in there like you're in a pub sweepstake, these Dally M voters, eh? Oh, I need to give a fucking... Who do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, Jacko leading, it kind of takes away some of the legitimacy of Jacko Ford leading the Dally M medal with a record number of votes after 7 rounds, by the way.
Not another front rower in sight.
He's one of only 2 forwards in the top 10. The other one's Hudson Young, way down the list. Otherwise, it's all spine players. So, yeah, I think he deserves all the votes he's got, pretty much, Jacko. Anyway,
anyone know what the weather's doing in Wellington this weekend for the game?
I don't.
You don't? You don't? Fonz, do you want to know what the weather's doing?
I do want to know.
Yeah, you do. I thought you said you don't.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, you don't know what the weather's doing, but you do want to know what the weather's doing. Okay, sweet. So Saturday, 8 p.m. kickoff time, New Zealand time. Am I correct?
Yep, 8:05.
Wellington is actually, like, this week, Fonz, Wellington at the moment is flooding, slips, almost a bit of a disaster area up there. And they've got that going on for another 48 hours. Horrific amount of rainfall. The wind is heaving. But that will subside. And for our stupid little 80-minute game of footy this weekend is all we care about, which is quite selfish sounding. But Saturday night, 8 p.m., clear skies, light winds, and 9 degrees.
9 degrees.
9 degrees. That's a cold ass night in Wellington after a wet week.
Oh, those Queenslanders won't like that.
No, they will not. That is terrible. You say you were saying pre-show, Fonz, you're about to turn your swimming pool heating off because it's nearly 22 degrees over there. Jeez.
Yeah, we're
you'd
getting
never turn it on in Wellington.
They'll be having a hot shower at halftime in those sort of conditions.
That's not nice, is it?
Well, I mean, looking at that, and with that, the benefit of that weather update, you got to think that, you know, their back five's every bit as good, if not better than ours. And they've probably got, you know, historically, like maybe not this year, but Katoa is the best half on the field there based on body of work over the last 3 years, you know, by far. But this year, you don't win the forwards, you don't win the game. And I reckon our pack's better than that pack. There's nothing wrong with that pack, but I reckon our pack's better. I reckon a guy like Molo doesn't suit the game we got now. I reckon there's some pretty workman-like kind of dudes in there. And I'd back us to do the job in the middle. And I reckon there's enough going on outside that we can win that game, except, like we said, Farnworth can, you know, make a 2 or 3 try difference on his own if we don't lock him down. So we should nail that here. So he's left center, right? You said that, Will. I think that's right.
Yes, he certainly was last time.
Yep. So the way we're lining up at the moment, Ali would be trying to deal with that with Dallin.
Yeah,
that's
and
a bit scary.
Lecker as well out on that side, based on last week.
That's not confidence inspiring, is it?
No. Yeah, and that's how good Farmworth is. He can get them moving forward pretty quickly.
Selwyn Cobbo will be licking his lips as well, playing outside him. That's the operator. But yeah, again, as you say, Fonz, if we dominate that middle part of the field, then they don't get those opportunities. And yeah, we certainly did it last week, done it most of the season.
This is the big test for Ali, right? And that right edge. If they can lock this down, I think our forwards will give them an advantage. But it's still, the best center in the game probably. So if Ali can lock this down, then we can all sleep a bit easier with the idea that he's a permanent right center in this team. Because
is this his exam? Is this exam
week
for
exam.
Ali?
Yeah, because he played like a bit of a buster at times last year, and a bit of, in his first hit out this year, got dropped. He's come back. He's done well. I still have some concerns around whether he's got the motor on him to play. It's just a big unit, and I don't think he's got a great motor. So I feel like he's always stretching himself to play centre.
Only half a dozen runs in each of the last 2 games since coming back.
And I'm fine with that because we've got plenty of runs in our back 5. We don't need him to take runs if he wants to conserve energy and focus. Save his energy for some strike runs and his defence. I'm fine with that. We don't need him to do 12 hit-ups for 150 metres, but he's got to have the lateral movement to be able to get up on a guy like Herbie, and I think this is a big test. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable game.
Bit of Wellington history for you boys. So we went winless in our first 6 at the Cake Tin, but since then we've won 4 of the last 5, and including the last 3, starting with a win over the Bulldogs in 2016. That was the night that Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the newly signed Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, did his ACL, and Tuilola here was outstanding in his stead. The next one against the Sharks, we were there for that one, Brad. Bit of a rainy night, and Blake Green got us home with a field goal. Sean Johnson going up against the Warriors for the first time.
Was that the Red Bull vodka night?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's the worst hangover I've ever had. I've never been felt so isolated. Centre of Wellington, wondering where the hospital is the next day.
We were in separate boys trips up there, and we didn't even reconnect with you on the Saturday.
Oh, was it? Oh, is that right?
Just met at the hospital, did you?
I never felt so alone. I thought I was going to die. I literally thought I was going to die.
Yeah, I wasn't much better.
And these maggots are laughing at me about it.
And the only one since was Andrew Webster's debut game as Warriors coach, round 1, 2023. A hard-fought win over the Knights, 20-12. So, yeah, we've turned it around. I've spoke quite a lot about our shocking record at alternate venues around New Zealand. We are getting better, and, Wellington has become a bit of a pet venue for us.
4 of the last 5. We don't have too many of them records lying around the competition, do we?
No, the Dolphins don't travel outside of Queensland that well, although they did come up that big win in Sydney against the Sharks. But yeah, will we go to the bookies and?
Oh, before we go, let's guess.
Yeah. No, I'll go to that, and we'll all have a little imaginary flutter. What's your odds, boys?
You go, bro.
I'm going to put 280. on the Warriors at $1.65.
You probably won't get to choose your line, your odds, but
what aren't we choosing what they're paying to win? I reckon they're paying $1.65 to win. Yeah. So I've just got to give me 2 seconds. I've got a bit of admin to just quickly take care of. Sorry for another live play run.
Yeah. I don't know. I would have said maybe a bit shorter than that, maybe $1.50 odd.
I was going to go with that's exactly what I was going to say. $1.50, and we're pretty close to the mark there. Fonz $1.48. Dolphins 265, a line of 5.5 points. I think that's not bad, although the line's already paying. We've come in a bit, I think, from when markets opened on Monday, $1.83 to cover a 5.5 point line there.
Giving away the line, that line's a bit short.
49.5 point total line. I think that might come under these games in Wellington, despite the recent trend in the NRL of high-scoring games. These games tend to go under the last 4. The maximum points were 44, and that's pretty consistent going way back to 2001, the first game. Just one game producing more than 48 points in Wellington in 11. So, get on that under.
What was the line? Sorry, that was unprofessional, and I do apologise, but that was unavoidable. What was what are we paying? Sorry there, mate. What did you come up with?
$1.48. Fonz and I both went with $1.50. So, I mean, you can be pessimistic about our chances, Brad, but Fonz and I were confident in our voice.
I'm just guessing. You guys have got, I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing in that part. I just chuck a number, use a far more. And so what does that mean the Dolphins are paying? When you say $1.50 odd?
$2.65. I think it's probably a good time to look at the futures market as well. We haven't really done a hell of a lot of that this year. But, the Warriors right up there. Panthers runaway favourites at $2.50. Roosters second favourites at $7.50. They haven't been that flash. They've put the odd 40 minutes together. That's not too bad. Broncos still at $9. Best value in the market, probably. They'll find their feet with their best team on the park. Warriors fourth at $11. And then there's a big gap to fifth. It's the Bulldogs and Sharks and Rabbitohs all at 17. So, man, we are in the thick of it.
Yeah, shit. It must have been a while since we've been that high in the markets. Like, I don't think even when we're in second place this time last year as well. We were going pretty good,
up around top 4, So, no, I think we might have got
Did we ever get into 11?
We might have just kissed that mark briefly and then might have lost a game and blew out.
Like a horizontal bungee trying to grab onto a jug. You just grab it and get yanked back again with the jug in hand, spilling everywhere. Gotta love a good old fashioned. What happened to the horizontal bungee? Then back to pubs again, I reckon. That and a couple of hay bales, jugs of piss. Great time.
Hey,
dear.
Question for you:
Yes, Fonz, all ears.
You got to re-sign one of now, Tanner or CHT? Which one?
Oh, CHT.
Only one. Yeah, CHT.
Yeah, how much would you spend on him?
See, this is what I didn't know. What the value? What is a lower? Because they signed this. Is it Grant Anderson on 4? Apparently, the number they've plucked out is 400,000. I thought that sounded expensive, but is that the lower level of first grade pay rate these days?
I think the average first grade salary is somewhere between 300 and 400 at the moment, and the
average.
Salary cap is average.
But that's for a top 30 player though, or
no, top 17, I think.
Okay, interesting.
Out of it.
Yeah.
CHT.
I'd go 550 for CHT.
Oh, hang on. No, you might be right, Will. Ignore that, everyone. I'm talking rubbish.
Because you got $1 million players, so I guess that
it must skew it. The millions.
That's because what's the cap? About 11 million at the moment.
Yeah, roughly.
So
I just wish we had all the figures. I get why we don't, but it'd be just good to know the exact figures for our own curiosity.
I'd let them know mine if I asked for theirs. I don't mind them knowing mine. I wouldn't mind knowing what 550. You reckon? That sounds fair and reasonable.
I reckon he's worth 700.
Do you? Is that where he's gone? So okay,
who are you re-signing? Sorry,
straight away. We're both Kiwi boys, so we're going to pick CHT. There's unfortunately for Tanner. Unfortunately, we can see a lot of Kiwi in this kid.
So Metcalf's been signed, right? That's a done deal, and we signed him on big money. So I'm assuming that's locked in. I still reckon Boyd Metcalf is the best combo as 6'7". So Metcalf 6, Boyd 7. So if Metcalf is happy to play 6 and I can get Boyd, which I don't think he is, and I can get Boyd to hang around for about 600. I'm probably rolling the dice on that, if I'm honest. And I know that I hate myself saying that, because why wouldn't you want CHT in your starting halves? But I just reckon that's the best potential combination based on the talents of the players, the things they do well, how they complement each other. But I think if Boyd and Metcalf both want to be 7s, well, there's really no debate, is there? Because you got to go and get a 6, right? And 6 is going to be Chanel.
I agree with you that Boyd and Metcalf is probably on paper best ceiling but Metcalf needs to stay in his lane and realise he's a 6 and not a 7, and let Boyd take the leadership role in directing this team around the field. Until that happens, I think CHT is the best bridesmaid out of all of them, because he just forges his own path out there every time. He just
I can see a situation where they re-sign both, because CHT is a long-term clubman and very versatile, so he can still play a role. And we can't clear. I guess they got Cleary, Linane, Hansen still in the mix there. Not exactly slam dunk, backups, I suppose.
But that's a really good point, right? So, how far away is Cleary? Is Cleary coming into first grade end of next year? Because
is he definitely a first grade halfback? Like, I don't know that it's
odds on. Odds on. I agree. It's never a given until they get there. But I'd back him in personally. Yeah. And if he's replacing someone in that top team, it's Boyd, I reckon. So I reckon the club was looking at it, going, it's Metcalf, CHT, and then when Metcalf finishes out his contract and pisses off back to Aussie, because he probably will, then Cleary steps into the 7 if he wants to hang around, or we go and find someone else. And Boyd just going to another level is trying to spanner in the works. I reckon Cameron George, when he's not doing weird mana waves, is sitting there with his head spinning and talking to Cappy around what do we do about this? It's seriously, it's a problem. It's a problem. How
do we start taking some of these players backwards? Because they've only probably got another year of Jet Cleary hanging around in the wings.
But this can derail a club. Like, this can derail a club. Like we saw with the Bulldogs, they brought in Galvin last year, it derailed them. If you got to make a decision, having made that decision, it can derail your starting halves. It's actually a big thing at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, it's massive. For me, it still comes back to the fact that, Metcalf, good on him for the start he had to last year and getting that extension on massive money. But he's a 27-year-old that's played 43 NRL games and hasn't played more than 15 in an NRL season. Before that, he's not a Jamal Fogarty or a Cody Walker, who's a late bloomer that 100 reserve grade games. He only played 29 in New South Wales Cup. Can't stay on the field. Very small sample size of being anything close to elite. So for me, he had
a good 6 months. That brought him 3 years, I reckon, with Metcalf.
Yeah,
I used to go and watch him down at Newtown at Henson Park when he was playing cup there, and he was an out and out 6. And if he wasn't a 6, he was a 1, not a 7.
There's still that option too. Do you see that as a
no? Forget about him going to 1.
Do you think we're on the lookout for a 1 though, Fonz? Do we need a 1 to complement this team to take us to? Is that a position that's up in the air? Because I thought Tane might be that, but after seeing a bit more of a sample size of what he's brung out, I'm like, it's still not what I'm looking for in Chance. Or are we just being?
No, I'm with it. I think we're selfish. We're short a premiership winning 1 at the moment. I think. Like, as in, you can still win a premiership with a 1 who's not elite if everything else is going well. But yeah, I don't think we got the 1 we want. No.
Nah.
You probably need like a very close to top 3 halfback or 5'8" to carry a middle to lower pack one, like the Cowboys and their Lachlan Coote, who was a good player, but not top tier. But they had Thurston and Morgan in the halves. We don't have that. It's very rare for a very a mediocre or by NRL standards one to win a premiership, and I think Chance had a great year in 2019. He was probably close to that again 2023 where Johnson. Tane again. I love what he can bring, but we're still yet to see that breakout sort of performance from him. You need a one that can influence the game a bit more than either of those two can. I think
it's funny too when your pack's this good. Like you could pretty much just run two back rowers at 6 and 7 if you had a gun ball playing one. You could pretty much just do that, and
that's where I'm at. I'm happy with any of these combinations we can keep arguing about in the halves, but I'd love a fullback, an absolute gun fullback in behind all that. I think we can afford.
Yeah, I've got to say, Metcalf ain't going there, right? He's not retraining at this age with this level of injury concern. I don't think fullbacks suit, like running those kilometres and having to make those types of tackles, I don't think suits his injury history. I just don't think that's going to happen. He's got his eyes fixed on 7, so be it. We're going to have to work with that. I think he's a 6. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I don't think he's got the runs on the board to hold anyone over a barrel either. Like, threaten to leave or go to Perth or whatever, because he's not getting a run.
He's getting paid. He's getting paid a lot of money though. Like it's like when
he certainly is. But I mean, why compromise your ability to win games because of the pay packet? And that's probably my point with Nukore, who they've bumped out of the 17 at the moment. Harris, DeVita, and Boyd are going to win us games, and Boyd and Metcalf aren't. I don't think, but fascinating week to week subplot, especially when Metcalf gets fit again. I did make a mention, Fonz, on our live one on pre-game Saturday that is there a world where Boyd gets bumped out of the halves, but takes that 14 slot? He's played a lot of bench hooker for the Titans. And obviously provides that cover. Is that a possible option?
Do you reckon he's a better hooker than Healy?
Well, I mean, it's more
of 15 minutes Healy's getting a game though. What do we need to be carrying in that 14?
Wouldn't you just put him in 19, and then if the half goes down, put him in? And
that's
put your best hooker on.
You
know what I mean?
Like, Jesus,
carry them both, but. It'd be more, I guess with last year they didn't have that option. You have to pick your 4, and that's why Tamate was getting all those minutes at hooker last year.
Where's he at on his recovery?
I think he's about around 12, around 12-ish.
He can carry one pig home, but he's got to get to about 3 before he's ready to.
He's still using the side by side to get in there.
Yeah.
Talking about off contract players, it's. He's around 10 according to the casualty ward, so that's not too far off. But he's a long way off. He'll be coming back through Cup, and you'd almost say, how can he shift Cleary or Hansen from Cup?
Yeah,
fair. Especially
how is that Bishop Neal? How's he going in with the old boys now as well?
The Archbishop of Canterbury. He is an insane talent. 17, barnstorming 50-meter try. Another line break to set up the sealer for Jet Cleary. He's ridiculous. The ceiling on this kid, I know, you see guys come through Harold Matt's Ball and Flegg, and it doesn't quite translate. But this is a 17-year-old playing against men for the first time. 4 tries in 5 games. Line breaks coming out the wazoo, setting up tries, but a good motor too. Lots of tackles, 100 meters a game. He's a very rare talent, I think.
It's going to be interesting watching Webby try to slow his progression down, eh? Like he is coming, man.
Well, again, you don't want to risk him, some other club paying him, $800,000 to come be a franchise player at their club. So
there's a bit of a logjam there. Like I reckon Eddie Eremaya Toeva is going to end up playing middle. So I think he'll get out of that edge logjam. Then you got Fatia Lofa, who's another gun edge. People talk about him going to centre. They're not playing him at centre, so I can't see why they would do that. And I mean, Neil's coming. I mean, it feels like Gannon doesn't have a spot, right?
Probably forgotten man. Yeah. And Jason Salalilo, he was out for the early part of the season. He was a mainstay last year for the Cup team that won. He's been back the last couple of weeks and going great. Another Canterbury product.
I was looking at this earlier today. In 2 or 3 years, 4 years, as long as the Warriors can do what they're doing for New Zealand Rugby League, New Zealand's going to need another NRL team because the amount of people, the overflow from the Warriors. Look at what the logjam is happening already, and they've only just started tapping into this. 4 or 5 years time, there's so many kids coming through New Zealand. I just don't agree with the notion, and it's the club's notion. Not the exact words that it would cannibalize the Warriors. I mean, they can't keep them all. They can't develop them all at once, and they're just getting up with whoever the 20th team is anyway. So. Boys, if you've still got time, I don't want to sit here doing it by myself. We've got the PlaceMakers Warriors legend.
Bring it on,
for the week. And in honour of it being a game in Wellington, I've got one of our old school Wellington Warriors. I better play the old jingle.
Chuck the whistle out there, mate. Come on.
PlaceMakers Warriors legend this week. Sireru, Warrior number 19, a foundation Warrior, Upper Hutt Tiger, Rotorua born, but Upper Hutt Tigers product. Went away and played in Perth for a bit. He's sort of down the Kiwis sort of pecking order, even though he was a very good player domestically. And signed by the Warriors essentially as the reserve grade hooker because Dwayne Mann, incumbent Kiwis captain, was one of the big signings for the Auckland Warriors in 1995. By round 8 or 9, he'd usurped Dwayne Mann. I think it was a big loss at Newcastle. And John Money put a broom through the lineup. Dwayne Mann was one of the fall guys. Sid Edu got his debut and made a great fist of it. Bit of a live wire, but more of a modern style hooker, I think. Knocked Dwayne Mann, the incumbent captain, out of the Kiwis team. He was playing against France and Australia mid-season, and went on to be a pretty good servant for the Warriors. Injuries didn't help his cause. He probably could have been one of our great number 9s. He played 18 tests over 4 years, which is outstanding, but just the 59 games over the Warriors' first 5 seasons. Had a good Super League year in 1997 for us, but just injuries knocked him around thereafter, and departed during 1999. An interesting career. It finished up at 27, 28, and that was him. But certainly a memorable figure from the Warriors' early years. Fonzie's probably a bit before your Warriors' time, but you'd certainly have some good memories of wee Sid there, Brad.
Yeah, and it wasn't he quite popular? Not sort of 18 months. I seen him popping up. He had a little bit of a following on social media, just smashing seafood of all.
Oh, really?
That? Yeah, was that Sideru? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. He'd just be there and he'd just get a feed on the table and smash some seafood. Yeah, and you're right. You touched on it. He was that new gen of super mobile, nippy, quick around the ruck hooker, wasn't it? It was something like, especially coming from Dwayne Mann, who was your traditional get to dummy half and pass it type hooker. He changed the speed of the game out of it. Where did he go to after the Warriors? Well, or was that
I can't find anything after post Warriors. Didn't go to Super League or anything like that, despite being still pretty. We've got a comment here saying coach Schoolbirds in Perth. I don't know if he went back to Perth after that, but I think
was he playing for the Western Reds?
No. He was.
So he just got plucked out of local footy and
and he'd gone over
to come to the Warriors.
Well, he went over for a bit of a stint there, played some, put some bush footy in WA, and got the gig. But he was on certainly on the radar earlier than that. But there was the likes of Denward Johnson that toured with the Kiwis in '93. They were floating around, and he was another Wellington hooker. But yeah, so they do come from nowhere to displace Dwayne Mann, and he's our Warriors PlaceMakers Legend of the Week.
Oh, that's bloody good. Nice.
Yeah. Jeez, we've run a bit over, boys. Plenty to talk about. Everyone pretty lively. Good times.
Is Fonzie on mute there on purpose?
Yes. It must
Yeah,
be
mate, I
dealing with
was. Yeah. Yeah.
I was hoping you weren't trying to talk along with us for that last 10 minutes.
No, I like to argue with Will while he's doing his thing. But
and on mute.
Yeah, on mute.
I can't stand him. He's wrong.
Mate, sit there as shit.
Nice. What do you reckon, lads? Is that a podcast? I think we
Yeah.
have a podcast.
Yeah, I reckon. Have we forgotten anything? I don't think so. That'll do, eh? Yeah, looking forward to this one. Anzac Day. Looking for back-to-back Anzac Day wins, probably for the first time, I'd say, given we used to have to go and play the Storm every year. Got the win over Newcastle down here last year, so
try and get a start time out earlier for a game day one. Will we? Will so some people were confused whether it was live or not the other day. So
yeah,
try and get that info out a bit earlier this week.
Yeah, see if we can wrangle another guest. Friday Bears obviously coming at you again as well for our paid subscribers. If you can jump on there, just on that paid subscription, gets you the access to the full online archive of that Warriors book. You can see sitting behind Brad out of print.
But what's the website called?
TheSwarriorsLife.com.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just jump on there and fill your boots. Thanks to all our paid subscribers that jumped on. We very much appreciate you, and everyone that listens to the podcast, joining us live or later on Spotify, YouTube, wherever. Kingz Container Group, PlaceMakers, and you boys especially. I don't know if I say it enough, but I really appreciate what you guys do.
Oh, you're a good bastard. Quick, turn it off, Will. Turn it off, man.
I say the same thing when I'm on mute during your segment.
Sweet. You look after yourself, boys, and have a good week.
Yeah, sweet. Everyone, until we see you next time, look after yourselves and each other.